issues?
Yeah.
Well, get them off, baby.
Just
Hey guys, welcome to Wednesday night live stream. James, as you know, is on the road, so me and Heather are going to try to hold down the fort. We encourage you to ask any questions you got, and as you can see, since James is not here, I've got a subject matter I'm going to cover for you guys for quality of life. If you have not tried DE double-edged safety razor shaving that your grandfather did, give it a try. You won't believe the quality of shave you get, and cheap. I can buy 200 of these DE razor blades for a year's use, and it costs me less than you guys buying a 5-pack of those cartridge razors. What I mean by the cartridge razors are replacements like the Gillette 3, whatever they call them now. But if you, for 26 bucks, you can get like 5 cartridges. I can buy 200 DE razor blades and use them throughout the year, use them 4 or 5 times. The main expense is going to be the razor blade itself, but you can go down Van Buren, I think is Vanderhagen. Vanderhagen's the name of it. You can go down to CVS and Walgreens and pick up one of their double-edged razors to start out cheap. I have one here that's antique one. It's a GE. It's called the Barn Doors. You just open it, put the razor blade in, and shut it. This one's real special to me for a certain reason. I'm not going to tell you why. You guys try to figure that out. This is adjustable as well. So any rate, you got brushes that you can add shaving cream with. Badger, the first one's a Badger brush, and this is a Boar brush. Pre-shaves, Perazzo's probably the #1 on the market. You can get that off Amazon. Shave oil. Shaving cream on the road. I use this you can get at Walmart. It's Cremo. I get it at Walmart, and I use it on the road just because it's so convenient to take with me. And when you first get started, you're probably going to cut yourself, nick yourself a little bit. They're a safety razor, but they will cut you. They do a good job. And I carry a septic pen with me that I can just daub on if I get a cut, and it stops the bleeding and all that stuff. But I just want to throw that out there. One of Oregon.
Luther?
No,
Is
our
that
guy in
Oregon?
Oregon. Who's the guy we train with in Oregon, for Christ's sake?
Are you talking Clint?
Clint Smith. Clint Smith, one of Clint Smith's instructors, I hooked up with a kit. He wanted to try it, so I sent him a kit. Mercure. Mercure is a German razor brand blade. I started with a 34C. It was the first one I started with. But at any rate, I'm not going to take up the whole night on this, but just give it a try, guys. Trust me on this. You'll be pleasantly surprised. And again, it's cheap once you buy the razor blades. I buy a 100-pack for 13 bucks. You know, you can buy a 200-pack for 26 bucks, you know, whatever. But they're cheap, and once you get into it, I don't dislike shaving anymore like I did with the cartridge razors. I don't look forward to it. I shave every 2 or 3 days, but you know, it's more pleasant than before, just because of the products, and lathering your face up with good shaving cream really lets the razor glide, and you don't get cut. And once you figure out how to do it, you'll be good to go. And a lot of it's on YouTube. That's where I learned it from. A lot of guys demonstrating on YouTube. Also for the ladies, it's not just for guys. Girls, if you shave your underarms and your legs on a regular basis, I promise you'll get the best shave you've ever had, and with little or no fuss and must. And once again you learn how to do it, you'll be solid. So that's all I'm going to say about it. Heather, what do you got?
Oh, actually, Amaya's having a low with her diabetes. I'm going to go get her a juice, and then I'll be right back. She's got a low. I'll be right back.
So Heather's got to go take care of Maya real quick.
Sorry,
I
Jim.
am not going to Tucson. James and some of the other guys are going. I'm going to Florida here coming up to Titusville. We've got a big class this weekend, a fighting pistol class, and one of my favorite guys is going to show up and bring some of his people with him. I say people, his wife and some of her people, really. Looking forward to that. Anyway, so it's going to be a good class this weekend. I've got Jay is back, and Jerry's going to help, so it's me, Jerry, and Jay. and then the rest of the guys will be in Tucson, and also once they get done with Tucson, pardon me, Heather, they're going to Texas. So, any rate, questions about anything you guys got questions for? It doesn't have to be about shaving. It can be about anything else, you guys.
What's Cremo?
This stuff right here.
Oh, okay.
And that a lot of this stuff you can get at Walmart. I mean, now the razor blades, they're not much on CVS and Walgreens and stuff is where you get good razor blades at. I think you should invest more in some bathroom scents.
Oh, Tim, that's not true.
Oh, wow.
No.
I can back you up on that, Tim.
Wow.
Oh, why you gotta do me that way? I'm over here. I'm so kind to everyone.
I know you are. I
all the
love
time.
you. I do. I love you. I do. You're one of my favorite peoples. But that's because I mess with you. That you know how we are.
Yeah.
James really gets in our ass, but he cares about us. We can tell that.
Well, all right.
Okay, so if I'm not
All right.
screwing with you,
All right, Grandpa Tim.
what?
Instead of Uncle Tim, we're Grandpa Tim now.
Fat Nuts is on. Jesus Christ, I hate that guy. I'm just kidding. He's the one got me started on cinnamon Red Hots in the car.
Yeah, Mom has
on a road
those.
trip. Yeah, it's bad.
Cream is better than soap.
If you have hard water, it says cream is better than soap. I don't have hard water. I don't think mine's not went through a softener, but it's not bad. How are the goats, Heather? Specifically, the one that wasn't doing well.
So they're doing great. So Annabelle's the one that wasn't doing well at all. The vet was like, "We think she's probably gonna die." And yeah, he was
Damn.
like, "Just get ready." He told me she'd probably be dead within 72 hours. And she's actually put on a whole lot of weight. She's
There you go.
playing and
you go.
she's doing wonderful. So
Jay is back. Where did he go? He's been on a medical vacation. That's not right. That doesn't sound right. He had some medical issues to deal
yeah,
with.
I went on
Okay.
vacation.
Find us a couple 1201s. Yes, I'd like to. They're hard to come by. 1201s are a Beretta old shotgun, semi-automatic. They're hard to find.
What about the 1301? Is
1301.
that what he meant? Was 1201?
No,
Is that
1201 is what he's talking about. It's a precursor to 1301.
Okay.
Yes. What do you think of the Beretta 1301 now with the charging handle and new color? I like the Gen 2 1301s. They're very good, very reliable. I had probably 6 or 7 in class since last year. They're very, very good. I would recommend them highly. A matter of fact, James got one the other day by accident. I say by accident. He was in there picking up another gun somebody sent him to trials to test. And I said, James, there's a 1301 on the shelf back there. It surprised me at our local shooters because they're hard to come by. And he goes, is it worth the damn? I said, yeah, it's a good gun. He goes, go pick it up. So I can't go with him no more because we get more than what we bargained for. We end up buying more than what we showed up for. But he'll like it. His is in flat dark earth. They make them in flat dark earth, black and green, OD green. But good gun. Oh.
So,
Richard Poe.
what
I
are you
don't know.
reading?
I don't know what. Maverick 88s run fine through fighting shotgun. Yes, the few I've had do run fine. Pistol grips on shotguns, yes or no? No, unless you're using a not a shotgun. You know, the ones we put the arm braces on, like what is it called? The 13.
Oh, Tim, don't look for me.
I'm drawing a blank on it, but anyway, the Remington Model 13, it needs a pistol grip because you can't run it any other way. But on a regular shotgun, the answer is no. Tim, is a Remington 1100 too unreliable for anything but hunting? I have a Mossberg 500 and I'm using it for everything else. Yes, and here's why. Remington 1100 is old technology. They use rubber O-rings for the gas seals, and they get worn out and expanded and break and stuff like that, so I wouldn't recommend a 1100 for a defense gun. Winchester Defender's okay for fighting shotgun? Yes and no, and I say that reluctantly. We had a 1300 Winchester in class here just recently, and every one I've seen before that one would disassemble itself. They were so loose, the action was so loose that parts start flying off, but this one made it all the way through. TAC 14, yes, and the Shockwave are the two I'm talking about that you'll need a pistol grip for. Tim, you better be at Fighting Rifle next week. Mike Frerel, you don't tell me where to be at, Mike. I don't give a shit. Tim was just telling you, messed up my name all the time. Fine. Don't ask me to say your name then. Fat no. How was the motorcycle trip in the freezing rain? The motorcycle trip we just got off of was by far the most epic in motorcycle ride I've ever been on. Great group of people, about 8 of us. We did go through mountainous passes with snow and ice. I mean, it was snowing so hard I couldn't see on my face mask. I kept having to raise it up and get the snow and the sleet off of it to see. It was dangerous as hell, but we took it easy and took a slow speed, and we were watching each other's tires to make sure we could see spray coming off a guy's tire in front of us to let us know that we weren't on black ice. It was James has got a drop box, and we're passing film and pictures around, and hopefully you guys will get to see some of those. It was epic for several reasons. Number one, the crowd that we were with, just good guys all around. I wouldn't expect anything else to go on this trip, but we had good guys all the way around, and the scenery was just breathtaking. I mean, we went up to 11,000. I think the highest that I saw a sign for was 11,000 feet, and normally we were down at least 4,700. We never got below 4,700 out west.
Yeah.
So it was. What about the AR-410 shotguns? No, stay away from them. They don't. AR style shotguns, I haven't had any good luck with those in class. Where we go. Speaking of shotguns, next fighting shotgun is the end of January. Yes, Marilyn, I asked her to schedule these in the fall, spring, and winter because fighting shotgun in the summer is just it's just brutal. Yeah. I mean, because fighting shotgun, you're going to do more physical work to keep that gun running than any other weapon that we use, pistol or rifle. So we were scheduling some in the summer, especially after Sandy Hook and all that stuff, because nobody could buy any handgun and rifle ammo. So we sold a lot of shotgun classes, but it was just brutal in the summer.
I think that there was one more before the end of the year, because Joey was talking about putting me down for it.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what that means. What?
11,800 feet. Coach,
That's
so that was one of the guys on the trip with us. 11,800 feet. Okay. Eli Taylor says Benelli M4, Beretta 1301. If money's not an issue, the M4 is the way to go. But I think the 1301 is a better buy for the money. Yeah. Both of them are reliable, ultimately reliable. I haven't seen any problems with either one in class. If you don't mess with them, again, we get guys that come to class and I put this on my shotgun, this on my shotgun, I did this, and I put an enhanced trigger and all that. Leave the shit alone, guys. You're messing your own guns up. If it came from the factory, try it. I mean, and if something goes wrong with it, instead of you working on it, send it back to the damn factory. That's what they're going to have to honor their product. So quit doing internal stuff to your guns. I don't care if you put a light on it, nothing like that, but internal stuff, leave it alone. I don't know what that means. Carl Madison. I listened to your interview with Jack Carr.
James did an interview with
Jack
Carr.
Okay. He's talking about James. Okay.
Yeah.
What do I think about red dots on shotguns? I don't need one yet. I use a XS big dot on my shotguns. I like a bead on the shotgun. So I'll just take a regular bead on an 870 or a Mossberg, and I'll put a XS big dot on top of it. Looks like a golf ball on the end of it. Great sight. Do I think one day I may need red dots on shotguns? Yes, because just like when you get older, your eyesight fails. So I may need one on a pistol before it's over with. Who knows? But at this point, I'm not. How many we got online? Do you know?
It is 160
Come on, people.
Never 100% accurate.
Okay, well, come on, more people. Call your friends up, for Christ's sake. I'm up here on my day off doing this with Heather. Not that it's not good company.
Oh,
But
I see.
See how I do that? See how I roll that in there? Yeah. By the way, me and Heather went to the range today. James got a new tractor, and Heather learned to bush hog today, and she did very well at it. And we bush hogged some the contractor field, and we bush hogged around a pen that she's going to put the goats in. We're going to put a hot wire up for the goats where they can stay in this pen and not be tethered to a brick.
Yeah.
But it's all looking good. And James, if you're listening, the tractor ran fine, no issues, and I didn't tear it up. Heather didn't tear it up, so we're good. Yep.
I know they're saying nice stuff about Joey.
Heather, your husband is a great guy and trainer. Nah.
Yeah. He's all right.
He is. Joey's going to be a good instructor. He needs a little bit more seasoning, but we all did in the beginning.
Yeah.
So I think he'll do fine.
Well, they said
What?
they learned all sorts of new expressions from you, like
Yeah.
Shelton and I with your
Yeah.
belly washer.
I mentioned belly washer a while ago, and Heather goes, "That ain't a thing. What's that?" And
Shelton thought it wasn't either.
Shelton thought it was a thing, but he said they hadn't used that
Tim,
for 90 years.
He Googled it to prove that it wasn't a thing. He was trying to.
Okay. Well,
to have
he was
proof.
wrong.
Yeah,
he was wrong.
he was
you
wrong
were wrong.
too.
Okay.
I just
Don't bring
don't.
me into this.
Yeah, I'm bringing you
act
into
like
this.
Shelton was
Yeah.
on your side. He wasn't.
I just it hadn't been used since the 1700s.
Chuckle. He said it hadn't been used since the 1700s. What would you know?
Oh.
Pardon me. Heather, my wife wants to take master gardening class at Michigan State University, but she's never done any gardening. What do you recommend she start?
Honestly, the Master Gardener class is a great place to start. I went in, and at least the one here, it was, I think, like 4 to 6 weeks. You went in for, I can't remember now if it was 1 or 2 nights a week, but it was 3-hour blocks. And you would go in, and they would basically, for 3 hours, they would have people come up and lecture and talk to you. And what they talk about is specific to where you live, in the zone that you live in. So that in itself would be great. And at the end, they gave me a binder that was like this thick. And it was full of all the information that they had taught us throughout like the month and a half that I went. So,
Heather equals Kubota warrior.
yeah.
Hey.
That sounds kind of
Yeah.
nice.
Somebody asked about the goats and coyotes, and you shouldn't have said that. Heather's all shook up about that right now, and I'm telling her it's going to be okay. But you guys aren't helping, you assholes. So,
Well, they've grown
here's,
on me, Tim.
I know,
I
but here's
care for those
the
goats.
deal with the goats and coyotes. Coyotes' main food source in the South is field mice, and as long as they can get to the food source, the ground doesn't freeze, which precludes them from digging for field mice. They will. Their main diet's that.
Can we try to talk James into getting a donkey?
Yeah, we should. Let's get a mule.
Yeah.
Screw a donkey. Mule will do it too. Okay. Richard Pope. Listen, eat shit and bark at the moon, Richard. Knee-high belly washer. Yes. David Lewis. You're correct.
Isn't that the knee-high drink?
Yes.
Yeah.
Knee-high belly washer. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
See, I know knee-highs
Okay.
are.
I just got my pilot's license and I crashed my plane. When's the FAA asked me where I trained, I told them Tim was my instructor. They closed the investigation. Good deal. I'm glad you're not getting screwed with by the FAA. What kind of groceries y'all having tonight? I haven't had anything yet. Heather, have you had any groceries tonight yet?
I mean, yeah, I'm talking about dinner. I had dinner with all the kids.
Okay.
I cooked
yeah.
everybody grilled cheese and tomato soup. Shelton even came and ate it.
Oh, really? Okay. Shelton was any count? I know what it did to her, but did it do anything to you, Shelton?
What, the food?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
My
eat it,
hand
Tim.
got fucked up.
I did not eat that food.
Okay, well, fine. The varmint you ate is crawled up in there and died. You need to go to Vanderbilt Hospital and get it extracted.
Ramen.
You had ramen?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
not
It
ramen,
backed you
Tim.
up, baby. Whew. That was rough. Even Shelton, we walked out in the hallway, damn near passed out. What? About donkey? Yeah, how about a donkey? Yeah, a donkey would work too.
Llamas. They said alpacas and
Llamas?
llamas are very defensive. That
Yeah.
would be kind of cool.
Yeah, but them llamas, man.
They
And
spit.
they spit like, yeah, you
I've
better
seen
believe
it.
it. Yeah,
I've seen videos
you
of
want
them
your kids to
spitting
get
right
spitting
in
on?
their
I don't know. Coyotes eat absolutely everything on the menu. That is true, DB Cooper. But what I'm saying is, as long as they're not starving, and there's electric fence around where the goats are at, if they bite that as well, if they get close enough to get lit up with that too, they will bail out. If James got a mule, Tim would take it cross country. You damn right I would. Teach the donkey to paint the shotgun targets. I don't even know what that means. Have you any time with a SIG 320 X carry? Yes, I had one. I tried it for about a year and a half. It was the one that had the drop safety issue, so I sent it back to them, and I got it back from the people at SIG, and they sent me a nasty letter with it saying that I shouldn't own a gun. Well, they said this is the most abused gun they've ever seen. James said I need to frame that letter and post it. Cause,
They really say that?
oh yeah, they said
That's
that.
funny.
Yeah, they said it was the nastiest gun they've ever seen. Clearly, it's been abused. They said, hell, there's even rust on it. He said. So he cleaned it up real good, and I haven't used it since, just because I end up going back to Glocks. I mean, I just always do.
Yeah.
So, do I like a 320? Yeah, it's okay. It was reliable, with the exception of the drop safety issue. But I just always end up back with Glock. I don't know why. Heather, I need you to bop 10, bop 10.
What's that mean?
Who knows?
I didn't respond on their birthday?
I don't know.
What's airport? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Sorry.
Richard, we ain't got a clue what the hell you're
I don't
talking
know
about.
what that even means.
You might want to take English literature again. Shit. Nobody can read the shit.
It's bad coming from Tim.
Yeah, you damn right. If I'm saying you're screwed up, well, you know your damn your damn vocabulary sucks. Hell, I got a thesaurus. James gave me one.
I have one too.
Yeah, I don't.
He got
use
my
it.
kids a dictionary, a thesaurus,
Uh-huh.
and I don't remember what the other one was.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right, people,
riding a bull,
come on.
Mongo, and blazing saddle.
If you don't start talking, we're going to start talking about razors again. I know you don't want that.
I can just talk about the goats and gardening forever. We can do
Yeah, I
that
know.
too.
I'm with you.
The Maverick and
Oh, Heather.
Tim.
Wow. Holy crap.
I like how when you don't have nothing to say, you go straight to fart jokes. That's what you do.
It's just so easy. After what came out of you, well, that's
That
not
is
a stretch.
True, Tim.
Holy mother of God.
Look, you got some stuff
Okay.
up there.
What kind of jacket is that? Tim, what kind? It's just a, I don't know. I got it from somewhere.
Mountain
What does it say?
Mountain Hardware.
Okay. I don't know where I got it from. Chad, more like 2 mules for sister Tim. Yeah, eat shit, fat nuts.
They dropped an airborne on you. I don't know what an airborne is though.
Okay. Glock is the way to go. People that buy carry pistols for self-defense other than Glock just want to be different. I agree with you. Smith & Wesson Shield, any good? Yes. I think Heather carries one.
Mm-hmm.
She could speak on that.
Yeah.
Is that all you're going to say? Yep.
Oh yeah, sorry. I carry my shield. I have the extended mag, so I mean it only carries an extra bullet. And then I always carry an extra mag on me, and I carry it in. It's an NSR holster with the ulti clip. That way, I don't have to worry about. Like as a woman, I feel like my gun is a little bit more noticeable, and so like I'm wearing like a baggier shirt and wearing a big belt. I feel like it makes it even more noticeable. So the ulti clip, I don't know, I feel like it conceals better, but I carry it every day. I trained with it, and I really like my shield.
Good. What do you use for carry ammo? I'll be honest with you. After doing demos in front of class and realizing I'm shooting my $2.50 a round shit up, I just carry full metal jacket now. I know that's not really the best way to do it, but I've shot up too much good ammo on the range, and once you start a drill, you can't stop it. So I'm going, there's 250, there's 5, there's 750. you know, now we're at 10. What the hell? But you can't stop. Are you teaching fighting pistol this weekend? Yes. Myself, Jay, and Jerry Nuss. You see that one? When I saw the goats tied up last week, I couldn't think about it was Jurassic Park, waiting for the T-Rex to come out of the woods. is painted excess big dot fine for, or should I get a tritium for my shotgun? I would get a tritium if I had a choice, simply because you might be using it at night, and again, that tritium, that's what I use on mine. It just lights up, and I have no problem with it. Tim, are you going to do a shave demo? The answer is no. Shane's put the D in Wednesdays. I don't know what that is.
That's Wednesday, Jim.
Tim forgot he was a paratrooper, I guess. Heather. No, I didn't forget I was a paratrooper. Oh, wow. What else? My son and I will be at Fighting Pistol. Please, no stories about strippers and extra nipples. Okay. I got you, Casey.
Do you need me to make that text bigger, Tim?
No, I'm reading it. Some of them I don't know how to respond to them.
Just
Laser or red
thing.
dot on a pistol. If I was going to put anything, it would be a red dot, not a laser. I don't think lasers are. I don't think they're needed. If I was going to put one of those two, it would be a red dot. Tim, do you teach the fight? Trying to get up there in February, March. That's Maryland. All the instructors can teach any of the classes. I have taught the fight before. Jay, everybody's taught it. We have a script we go by, so it won't matter who you get as an instructor. You'll get the same class. So I would encourage you to come up to do that class. We have more people take Fighting Pistol naturally because that's our core class, but the other two classes I think you guys should take naturally are going to be Force on Force, which is a fight, and also Immediate Action Medical. You don't get to have Fighting Pistol with Tim and not have hookers, blow, or strippers with extras. Extra. Oh, I disagree with that. You don't get that every class.
Tim, that smelled real bad.
Okay, now Ryan says, what are you doing?
No, Tim burped and it smelled real bad.
Fine. At least it's coming out of my mouth and not my ass, right, Heather?
No.
Sweet mother.
You're talking about me being.
But all I know is there's an animal crawled up your butt and died. You need to go to Vanderbilt and get it extracted. There's a coon or something up there. I don't know what it is. I don't know. A rodent got up there.
Tim, do you need me to read these for you?
No, I don't. My daughter will be at Fighting Pistol. Please tell the story about the 3 nipples and the stripper. No. Damn. See, you guys are warped. You're more warped than I ever thought about being. Any stories of training at Thunder Ranch, like your ear protection not working? I don't know what that means. No, I had to borrow. I left mine at the hotel, so I had to borrow somebody's, and didn't have any. I didn't have any electronics, so I guess that's what they're referring to. Thunder Ranch was a awesome trip. Anytime you're around Clint and Heidi, just great class, and also those are top quality notch people. So, you know. What's your preference for a light mount for a Surefire handle on Mossberg? Yeah, get the one that has a handle, has a light right in the handle. That way you can. That's the best way to go. Tim's stories were hilarious in Kuna. Kuna, Idaho is what he's talking about. We have a good time up there. I love Idaho. I love that. I love anything outside of Oregon, and I know Clint's in Oregon and stuff like that, and I enjoyed being there. But in his county is very conservative anyway. But I'm not a big fan of Washington State, California, or Oregon. But Montana, Idaho, Utah was all good. Frank Berry asks, how's it going, Tim? Will you be in Titusville again this year? The answer is yes, I will be. It's going to be me and Jerry. It's a big pistol class, and then we have a very small, fast, and accurate class after the pistol. And Maryland's giving me a couple extra days off down there. I have family that lives in Tampa, so I'm going to go have Thanksgiving dinner with my family. So I'm looking forward to that. And my mom makes some, I'm just going to say this. She gets those disposable pans where she don't have to do much washing, but she makes a huge, one of them big, huge pans of dressing.
Oh,
And half the dressing is jalapeno dressing and half of it's regular.
man, that's pretty nice.
Get it on in there. And then the turkeys and the mashed potatoes, cream mashed potatoes, homemade. I got my weight off because of the COVID, and I'm trying to keep it off, but this is going to be hard during Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just going to pig out, I guess.
But one day ain't gonna hurt you, Tim.
Okay.
You just can't keep doing it.
I know. I'm with you. What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish, Heather? It's for both of us, either one of us. What do you think?
Deviled eggs.
Oh, yes. Mine is candied yams.
Yeah. Well, that, and I also like the ham, but it has to be like my Nana and my Aunt Vicky making it. It's really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Jalapeno dressing, you say. You better believe it. Tim still remember a conversation I had with the guys at Fighting Pistol in Titusville. 29, thanks for sharing with us and caring about what you do. Yeah. Listen, guys, if you haven't figured this out, nobody here at Tactical Response does this for the money. I mean, and I'm not saying anything about the company. They pay me well. Don't get me wrong with that. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying that we would do this. I'd do it for room and board if that's what was offered. We really do care about the people we train, and you guys know this. Once you train with us, you're part of the family. With dysfunctional as we are, you're part of it, and we really do think about that when we're training you guys, and we try to give you the best we can give you for the 2 days we have you. But don't ever think, I don't want anybody to ever think that we just do this for the money, because that's absolutely not true. Absolutely not true. I don't know any instructor here that does it just for the money. Hell, James don't do it just for the money. So don't ever think that, because it's absolutely not true. One day and a week of leftovers. You better believe it, brother. Okay. Could you guys recommend a good pre-assembled field first aid kits? Looking for one that's small enough to fit in a thigh pack, belt pack, or a hiking pack. Yes. We sell the Vox, a full-size Vox, but we also sell
Some of the pocket box?
pocket Vox. And a pocket Vox has everything you need. It's got a tourniquet in it, a few other essential things, but the pocket Vox will be the way I'd go for something that has to be small. But I treat the big Vox, the full-size Vox kits, as I treat them like the Easter Bunny does eggs. I put them everywhere. There's in the glove box of my truck, in the side panel of my truck. I mean, you can't have enough of them damn things, because when you need them, you need them. It's like a fire extinguisher. Nobody thinks about it till you need the damn thing. Jose Rivera. Yes. Nice you made it. Where did Mookie go? As far as I know, he's still in Florida. I didn't know he went anywhere.
Spending time with his son.
Yeah. Fat nuts. You just said that because you want to go on a trip with us again. You see what he said?
Yeah.
Never been around a better group of people than Tyler's group of people. What? You just want to go on another road trip. He's the worst guy in the world to go on a road trip. He just sits there and farts and carries on.
No,
yeah,
I don't
just
believe
bad.
that. I don't.
He
Because
won't
you
drive.
lied on me so many
No,
times.
I didn't
don't
lie
believe
on you,
that.
Heather.
Yes, you did.
No, I got a witness.
You a lie too.
So all guys are liars.
No,
huh?
just you two.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Well, not just you two, but you guys are bad at it.
Oh, shit. I keep thinking about it. I get tickled again. My eyes watered. Feel like somebody hit me.
Watered.
They watered. It feel like somebody hit me with pepper spray when I come by there.
Oh my God, no, it didn't.
Oh, it did so.
I thought you meant they were watering because you were laughing so hard. Yeah.
Well, Sheldon came out and hit him like somebody hit him in the head with a
No, that
baseball
didn't
bat. It
happen.
did. I seen his head snap back
Tim,
like
that
somebody
didn't
hit him in the head with a
I didn't know what
baseball.
y'all were talking about. I just caught a whiff of it.
No, oh my gosh. I wasn't even there.
Ask Caleb.
You
He's yelling
weren't.
in there.
You weren't there.
No.
You're the only girl that was using the female bath.
I went and I peed and then I
I
walked out.
don't need to know. I don't
Oh,
need to know.
Tim.
All I know is that.
Tim, what kind of car
What-
do you drive?
Don't
What
change
kind
the
of-
subject.
And do you have an automobile you want? I drive a 1987 Blazer K5. I love it. I like the old stuff. It's a work in progress, but I like it. And do you have an automobile you want? Not really. I mean, as far as automobiles go, I like to have a little car like a Honda or a
Oh, Tim, I don't know.
Toyota, like a Toyota Tercel or a Honda Civic or something like that, just to go around in. Like I go to, by the way, I go to Nashville to get my hair cut. I'm gonna throw a plug out to one of our alumni. His name is Chris Salazar, and he's part owner or the owner of 4010 Barbershop in Nashville, and that's where I go get my hair cut at. I would rather give to you guys that are alumni than I would anybody else. I've been going to Clarksville, but that guy in the alumni, so screw him. And Chris does an excellent job. I've got an appointment tomorrow. So I'd like to have a little car like that I can just buzz to Nashville in, economy-wise.
You know, my Toyota Camry, they said it's at 150,000
Yeah.
miles, and they're like, it'll probably get another 200, 250.
Easy. Well, look, the Toyota I sold Jay, I sold him that Toyota truck with 200,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
He put another 60,000 on it, and the only reason why he sold it was because his wife made him get a new one, or he'd been driving it. Brian Johnson, Tim, you want my T-Bird. No, I don't want your T-Bird. Heather, it was probably some kind of goat stuff on your shoes or something. No, it wasn't. Toyota Tercel, I haven't heard of that one in a long time. I don't even know if they still make it or not, but the little Toyota car is what I was referring to. Anyone drive a K5 can't be all bad. Well, thank you, DB Cooper.
Is that what you drive?
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's a work in progress. It uses a little bit of oil, not bad yet, but it's got 100,000 on it. I'm gonna rip the engine out of it and put a new 350 or a rebuilt 350 in it. It's been painted inside and out, so that's taken care of. The drivetrain needs to be went through. It's like everything else. Howdy, Tim. I'm the guy with a 96. Okay, I remember who you are, sir. Yes, glad to have you, Christopher Lee. Yeah, he had a same year model I had, that 96
Oh,
Tacoma.
cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And his was still running solid, too. And looked a hell of a lot better than mine, too, after Jay got done with it. Shooting holes in the cab and shit. What do you have an appointment for him to cut? My hair, you asshole. What the hell? I like it
Tim,
high
if
and
you
tight.
look
Well,
good.
I had to do this myself because we were going on the road for this motorcycle trip and I couldn't get down to Chris. They said you got to book in advance, guys. Go to their site 4010 and you'll get to book in advance. But you ain't getting a haircut tomorrow. There ain't no walk-ins. So we were going on that trip and I didn't have time, so I just cut it all off myself. I got some shears and I just go all over it and just cut it all off. But I like a little bit of style. Come on, I can have style. I'm an old guy, but I can have style. Come on. Chad Newhouse, you look more like a half-ton guy, van guy with no windows and free candy rolling on the side. That's just wrong. Listen, you're going to go to hell for that one. Tim, when it comes to double lock buck for defense, there's some manufacturer you recommend, or should I try variety of high velocity and check out the pattern? The answer is depends, Frank. If it's just for you, use anything you want to. If you're going to have your wife or your kids use that, go with low velocity double lock buck. And yes, you are going to have to shoot it and pattern it. There's no way to know what your gun's going to like and what works, feeds well with it, and what patterns well with it. So you're just going to have to do some due diligence and get out there on the range. And remember, don't get too crazy about it. Measure the longest unobstructed shot you have in your house, and then that's what you need to pattern your gun for. Don't worry about 20 yards if you ain't got a 20-yard unobstructed shot. Don't worry about it. Okay, so they stopped making the Tercel back in 1998. Thank you. They still make the Corolla and the Camry. Yes, I'd have either one of those, or a Accord, or Civic. Yeah, any one of those. My everyday driver is a 94 Jeep Cherokee 4x4 with a lift on it. Very reliable vehicle. Good. Glad to hear it. Tim, Die Hard or Lethal Weapon? Die Hard by far. Lethal Weapon, those producers on that anti gun. If you ever watch Lethal Weapon, you'll see in the background there's a poster up there, an anti-NRA poster up in their film.
Did you see the topper that James and them made for the tree last year?
The topper?
For their tree, like what you put on top of the tree. It was the tower from the plaza from Die Hard.
Okay.
And then they put cottons like all over it, and Bruce Willis was on the top of it, and they made it look like it exploded, and they put it on top of the tree.
Who else wants to see Tim shave his head live on Head Live? No, not happening. I'm not James. James shaves his head. I don't. I am going to miss seeing Chad this year out in Tucson. Chad Hickey's one of my favorite peoples. I don't know if he's on or not, but he's one of my favorite guys. He brought a 10 gauge shotgun made by Ithaca called a Roadblocker out a couple of years ago. 10 gauge. They issued them to police, and they said they would break up or stop a car trying to go through a roadblock. And I go, I imagine it would. But the funny thing about it was, he said, do you want to shoot it? And I said, yeah, bring it the next day. When he brought it out, he was all disgusted because he went by and got shotgun shells for it. And this is before the pandemic and all this shit now. And he had to spend $90 for 2 boxes of shells for this 10 gauge, and he was butthurt about it. And I kind of laughed. I go, you didn't think this 10 gauge was going to cost big money to shoot? What's your favorite gunfight from a movie? You got one, Heather?
I don't know, Tim. I'm not good at picking favorite stuff. I'm very indecisive, so I'm like, I don't know.
I can't think of one right offhand now. Oh yeah.
What?
Shit.
I thought you had it, Tim.
I had it. I lost it. If you could have a one firearm, what would it be? Question for both of you. If you could have only one firearm, what would it be?
I mean, I guess I would want a Glock 19 because that's what I normally carry my Smith & Wesson Shield, but like you're not going to carry a rifle every day.
No.
And I feel like Glock is supposed to be more reliable.
Mine would be a shotgun, and just because
you can't carry that around with you all the time.
Sure you can.
Well, you could, but people don't like it.
I ain't worried about it. If we're talking about I only had one gun, I'm thinking about the end of the world. I got one gun.
Oh, I guess you think I'm thinking of like
carry,
day-to-day stuff. Like I have to go to the grocery store.
Okay, that's fine. I don't think you'd be going to the grocery store if you could only have one gun. I think it'd be over by then. Just saying.
But I didn't take the question the way you took the question, Tim.
Okay, Tim, you're a true poet, a master of the English language. See that?
That's not.
Yes,
They're
sir.
being sarcastic.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
We got 15 minutes in donation time to shave your head. Chad Newhouse, you shut the hell up. Heather, what's the easiest to grow garden vegetable that good for canning?
Tomatoes were really easy to grow. Tomatoes and peppers are really easy for me. But I accidentally grow a bunch of stuff. Cucumbers.
Accidentally?
Really easy. Yeah.
What does that mean? You just throw seed out of the truck and just whatever comes up?
You see stuff popping up all over my yard.
Fabio says, what's a good price for an 870 trade-in? I wouldn't pay anything over $250 if it's a police trade-in. You're probably going to replace the stock because they're beat up. The gun probably won't be in shot much, but the stock's going to be beat to hell. The only time a visible laser is useful on a gun if you pair it with a flashlight at the same time. I disagree. I think a laser is a crutch, and I've seen people, especially new shooters, they get on the range if they bring a laser, and I call it riding the monkey. They will stay on that laser and won't shoot because they're waiting for the laser to get perfectly in the heart, and they'll just we call it chasing the monkey. They'll just follow the laser around because they're a little bit of movement back here is big on the target. I don't think it's a good piece of kit. Tim, on the 870, you prefer Magpul stock over factory stock? Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, I do. I think the Magpul stock, I think you get a better purchase in your shoulder because it's got that drop that it needs. Yeah. Favorite shotgun? Well, that's a double question for me. Favorite shotgun, just one I like to shoot, and one that I would carry for defense, are two different guns. So my favorite shotgun for defense is the 1301 Beretta. My favorite gun to shoot just for shits and giggles on the range is that Ithaca Model 37. Y'all eat grits for dinner? Yes. Yeah.
Like shrimp and grits?
Yes, damn right. He's a Yankee, you can tell. I like the shooting in the alley from Collateral. Yes, that was a good one.
I
Yep.
don't watch them.
Okay. Tim, we used to have an 8-gauge shotgun in the family, but it's missing since the 80s. Is there a shotgun you no longer have that you wish you did? No, not really. I mean, I wish I'd have had the 20-gauge that my dad bought me, and it's a cheap one. You know, my dad bought me and my brother when we were growing up. It was a 20-gauge. I think it was a New England Arms, just single-shot shotgun. I like to have that for sentimental reasons, but there's not really a shotgun that I no longer have, and I wish I did. Now, I do wish I had is the Ithaca 37 from one alumni a couple of years ago. Ithaca 37 is the one that's bottom load, bottom eject. A Browning design, single action bar, and it also slam fires. Lasers are good for IR for NVGs. The answer is yes, as long as it's a IR laser. That's where they shine. Yes, but a visible laser, I'm not a big fan. Do I think a Maverick is a reliable shotgun for defense? Yes and no. I don't trust any gun, guys, and I don't care who manufactured. I don't care if you got an M4. I'm sure they've had a bad M4 in a group. It was Friday when it was built. It was Monday when it was built. The guy had a hangover. The guy couldn't wait to leave the factory. I don't trust any gun, and my number's 2,000. You guys do what you want to, but I don't trust any gun that I'm going to use for personal defense until I got 2,000 rounds through it. That 1301 I have about 7,000 rounds through it, and only about probably 800 to 1,000 are mine. I will hand it out in class when people come to a shotgun class that they didn't bring one. If you guys come to shotgun, we've got 6 rentals, and then we pass around shotguns in shotgun class like it's no tomorrow, because if you see a shotgun you want to use, a guy will let you use it for a drill or two. So we pass shotguns around. It's not like pistol where everybody, and we would pass them around in pistol too, but nobody seems to do that. But in shotgun, we pass them around on a regular basis. And that the other 6,000 rounds are students put through it. So Maverick 88, yeah, I keep hearing about that. And again, we've had several on the range, and they seem to run fine. Tim, a buddy of mine gave me a set of orange Magpul furniture for $870. Should I run it? No. Orange is used for less lethal, or that's what it's designated for. I wouldn't put orange on my gun. That's just me. How about the gun? Kata from...
I think it's talking about like a gunfight.
Oh, okay.
Like on the movies.
I don't know that one. All right, you guys, there's some more questions about the goats.
I'm pretty good at it, Tim.
I know.
I do all right.
Oh, Heather,
Tim.
come on, Heather.
Yeah, nobody.
You are good at it. Come
nobody
on.
believes
Same
you.
team. Same team.
That's what I'm saying, Jim. I hadn't felt that way.
I'll see you in shotgun in January. David Presson. Presson? Yes, sir. You'll be welcome, sir. I saw Mossberg has a new 590 to run on mini shells. The answer is no. Guys, stay away from them. Those are gimmick shit. Those mini shells, if you ever look at the ballistics on them, they're about useful. Yes, you can put 3 times the number in a gun you can put, but I'd stay away from that. Which goat is Tim's favorite so far?
Which one?
I don't know. I don't have one.
Oh,
But you got one that's dumb. That
Is it Butch? Is he the smallest one?
The one that keeps wrapping himself around the
That's
same
probably
tree.
Butch,
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, he's usually everybody's favorite because he's the smallest and cutest, but he's the one that's headbutted people. The other
Well,
ones,
he's dumb too. Like I when we go down to the range, you know, if Heather and them got them staked out where they can get to water and get to food and all that good stuff, so they're good custodians of those goats. But she's got one that goat's got to be dumber than a rock. Like I go over there and he's wrapped himself 7 times around a tree, and I can't just leave him. I can't drive by and leave him.
Fix it.
So I got to stop and fix it. And then when I get it fixed, he acts like, shit, what are you messing with me for?
Yeah.
I should leave you tied up to the damn thing. Okay, Heather, there's a question for you. My daughter just turned 4 months. Any tips for what is ahead?
Well, it's been a while since I've dealt with babies. My youngest is 8, almost 9. But no, I mean it goes by really fast. Like everybody always says that, but I mean it's true. And so just spend as much time as you can with them and soak it in, even when you know it sucks because they keep you up a lot. But
Captain Crunch says Glock 26 or 19 for EDC. Why not both? If you're gonna do EDC, two is one is none. That's what I normally carry in the winter. I carry a Glock 26 and either a 17 or a 19. Yes. Do you have any goat questions? My girl wants one. I do have a goat question. My girl wants one. I have about a half an acre I can fence in. How many would that sustain and keep?
So whenever I was talking to my vet, the biggest concern with your goats, especially with only half an acre, is them whenever they are pooping and peeing on it, you want to be able to move them. So I would only say maybe like 3 to 5, honestly, because you're going to have them in an area and you have to kind of block off these squares for them, and then you want to move them and you want to rotate where they're grazing at, and that's going to really keep down on the worms. And if it's too small of an area, they're just going to keep getting those worms because they're going to keep eating where they're pooping at. And so you're not going to be able to have, but like I said, maybe like 5.
So the next question is, will these goats produce cheese? And the answer is yes, there's goat cheese. You got to have a female, and she's got to have a kid in order to have milk. But goat cheese, I've heard, I've had some before. It's good. Fainting goats would be better than and endlessly amusing. What a dick, Christopher Lee. Fainting goats, come on, man. What? Heather, what are the 3 must-haves in a garden of pepper?
Of a prepper.
Prepper. Okay, I thought
What do
it
they
said
mean,
pepper.
like what, 3 foods or?
What I guess what would be sustaining? 3 foods. If you could only plant 3 things, what would be? I'd say potatoes.
Yeah, I mean potatoes, beans.
Yeah.
I don't know. I said potatoes and beans, I know for sure.
I wouldn't
and
say
then-
corn, even though corn's good. Corn's not very nutritional.
No. Maybe like peppers are easy to grow. Tomatoes and tomatoes are really they're gonna produce a lot.
Yeah. Or squash.
Squash is good too.
Squash would be good.
Squash is good.
You mentioned X-ray earlier. Is any issues in fighting pistol with an open top slide? I don't know what you mean by open top slide. Are you talking about one that's been reduced for weight, that they've cut some out of the slide? And the answer is, as long as it's not ported, it's going to be fine. I disagree with ported guns for carry guns, and when you have fighting pistol, you'll understand why. But I don't like ported guns. They do. I know a lot of gun makers are cutting metal out of the slide to make it lighter. I have no problem with that as long as it's not ported. Heather, you plan on raising chickens?
Yeah, that's our next step. We just have to build the coop first, and that's we're getting the goats fully set up, getting their fence put up, and then the chickens is the next thing. So, where you at, man?
Richard Pope said, my younger brother once tried to abduct a goat from a petting zoo, but it failed horribly. Laughing, like
Where'd it go?
advice. I don't know where to go.
Oh, damn you!
Okay,
I
here we
think
go.
it's in
Okay.
that, yeah.
When he was younger, I thought it was funny that I could still call it kidnapping. God, that's
Yeah,
pathetic.
No, that's a good one. That's a
No,
good
that's
pun.
terrible. Richard, get another book out. How about Kimber Tactical with an S? And I don't like Kimbers. We've never had good luck with Kimbers, especially their 1911s in class. They don't usually make it. They're built too tight. I have had a guy bring a backup that, what is it, S6? Or the revolver, the Kimber revolver, as a backup in class, and it seemed to work okay. If you're going to carry a revolver for a backup.
I was going to answer for Pro Gun Inc. Was
Okay.
asking, he's trying to get his girlfriend into guns, training, and prepping, but he's failed horribly. And any advice or suggestions? And I was just going to say that whenever I was growing up, I wasn't really into the guns and prepping and stuff as much as the rest of my family. Honestly, it wasn't until I had kids that I started getting into it, because for me, I was like, oh, it's totally fine, like,
Good.
whatever.
Good advice.
But-
Knock her up.
Well, no, but for real, once I had kids, I was like,
Knock her up.
I was like, I have to protect them, and so I went all in. I started learning to garden. I started,
Okay.
learning the prepping and guns.
Okay. Knock her up's all I can tell you. It sounds like good advice.
And,
I will say this about getting your significant others involved. You can't force them. It will never work. So don't try that. Maybe sooner or later, maybe something will spike her interest in it. But you're not going to be able to force it. That's all I can say.
just make it fun.
Yeah. Don't send her out there with a 12 gauge and hurt herself, for Christ's
Right?
sake.
Yeah.
Take her out with if she wants any interest in shooting. Take her out with a 22 rifle or pistol and just let her have some fun.
Yeah.
Dr. House.
Oh. Hey, Sherman.
Yep, there's one of my boys. I like that guy. I don't know why.
I think they're supposed to be here this weekend to
Yes.
take fighting pistol, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's who I was talking about. His wife is bringing some of her.
Oh yeah, you're telling me.
Bringing some of her cohorts. How does a HK VP9 do in fighting pistol? H&Ks run. I don't like them because they're not friendly to us, the general public. But I've had VP9s in class and they seem to run. I can't say anything bad about their guns. I just don't like them as a company. Oh, by the way, Sherman House, sir, I have something for you this weekend. I found it. If you still have that M2 Benelli, I've got a stock for you, another stock. I've been looking for it for a while, and I found it the other day. So when you get here, if you still have that gun, you're welcome to it. If you don't, I'll give it to you anyway. Sell it on eBay. I don't care. H&K stands for hates customers.
Oh, that one's funny.
Yeah, that one's funny. Okay. Richard, you got one in there. The last one you had was it died on the floor, man. Just
It was
died.
very punny.
No.
I like puns.
Puns?
Yeah, punny, Tim. 'Cause
That's
it's
not a
pun.
word.
Yes,
That's
it is.
not a word.
Do I
I mean,
need
come
to
on.
Google
I
that
mentioned
too?
belly washer and you two freak out. Now you're talking about punnies. I don't know what the hell a
Not
punny
punnies,
is.
It's a punny, or it's punny, which means it's funny and it's a pun. Punny.
That ain't
Tim.
a dictionary. I dare somebody look that one up. Come on, for love of God.
I'll do it.
Come on.
I'll do it.
You look it up. It ain't there. So tactical response keto goat cheese. Hey.
You gonna help me build a milking stand for the goats, Tim?
Has anyone brought a 3D printed gun to class? No, I've never seen one of those, but I've seen guys that bring guns that they've worked on and they might as well brought a 3D because they've screwed them up. I'm telling you guys, I've been doing this for a long time. If the manufacturer made that gun, leave the damn thing alone, for Christ's sake, especially internals, man. I mean, if you want to add some different furniture, knock yourself out, but internals, leave the shit alone. How about 590s? Yes, 590s are a great home defense gun, great fighting shotgun. Yes, 590s are right up there for pump guns.
Look, he said it.
I don't want, huh?
He
What?
said punny, adjective involving the use of a pun. He looked it up.
I don't care. Ted Jones, you just shut up. Mind your own business. We don't need your help. Favorite place for a Cuban sandwich? Hey, man. Mario's, believe it or not, Mario's in Brandon, Florida. Mario's is actually an Italian restaurant, but they got Cubans working there too, and you can get a great Cuban sandwich and Italian food and all kind of stuff. Matter of fact, when we go down there, me and Jerry, when I come back, the back seat's gonna be full of Cuban sandwiches. And guess who I'm gonna share them with when I get here?
Nobody.
I flew down with my plane. I come back with 10 of them in the back seat. Ate every damn one of them. What?
What? What are you questioning?
Jason What did Jason say? Tim is.
Is that your daughter or work associate? They must not know who I am.
This
or
is
who you
Heather.
are.
Yeah, by the way, this is James's daughter. Okay.
Yeah.
And Heather took fighting rifle last weekend. Was it last weekend or the weekend before
It was
last?
weekend before last.
And I'm not saying this because she's standing here. I'd say it to her, and I've said it to her face before. She showed me something. This kid ran. She had a SBR, little AK SBR, and she was rocking it. I mean, she was hammering steel. I was impressed. We about done, aren't we?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. You guys have a good evening. We appreciate you showing up and spending some time with us. Looking forward to seeing all you guys the next time you show up, or if we end up on a road trip. But we do really appreciate you guys. It gives me a reason to get up in the morning, believe it or not. So thanks for showing up. Heather,
Yep. They want you to hit the button.
hit.
Hit the button, Tim.
No, not that button.
What button?
This is the way button, Tim.
This is what?
This is the way. Look, watch out, Tim.
What?
Let's find it.
You're gonna push the wrong one.
Oh, I think I am. Is it this one? No, no.
That's definitely.
Oh, wait, no.
This is the way.
Found it.
I don't even know what that means.
You don't know.
This is